familiar, I'm Dr. Doreen Galli, Chief of Research at TBW Advisors LLC, and we are live at Black Hat. We've been here with coverage since Tuesday. Of course, I'm local, so it's only 10 minutes away, but we got some exciting things going on for you and have an exciting announcement for you, but I'm going to have you wait for it. First, let me remind you of something very, very important. That Conference Whispers Black Hat USA 2025 playlist. Be sure to watch and show your love and let me know which videos you like the best. I'm going to be here till past 3 o'clock today, but at 4 o'clock, I'm recording Saturday's edition of Computer Talk Radio, and I'm counting on you to let me know your favorite content so I know what to talk about. I've been here, I was here early yesterday, and I was editing, working on the thumbnails and such for all the videos, clear into like past 9, 10 o'clock last night. It was crazy. Up early again this morning, and I'm over here because I have a surprise coming for you, but I'm gonna wait before I announce it. We got 38 videos total so far here at Black Hat, 24 in the Conference Whispers playlist. We did get the first 10 minutes of Miko's keynote yesterday. I know someone commented, wait, I thought he talked longer. Well, he did. But the regulations at Black Hat is you can only get the first 10 minutes if, 1, you're approved press, 2, you're approved to film, which there's a whole lot of restrictions because Black Hat is not just for white hats, it's for all color hats. It's cybersecurity, no names required on badges. So we have to be very careful and can't get anyone without their permission, unlike a lot of conferences. I know I talked on my HIMSS coverage how the entire expo hall was like an operating room and you had to make sure and be enclosed. Well, the same is true at Black Hat, only it's even stricter. So you'll notice a lot of the booth videos, they're much more up close and personal than we usually have. With all of our coverage, every conference gets its own playlist. How you find the playlist, there's a couple ways. Number 1, if you go to the Conference Whisper playlist itself, you see my analysis summary video. At that point, that means the research is 100% public. That's right. Well, clients is how we stay in business. We put everything public fairly fast. But if you want to read it right away, then you need to become a client. Anyway, when you're watching that summary video and you see something, maybe you're watching the CES and you're like, wow, this Enerdrape is very cool. I didn't know I can get power from the ground for my buildings. Then you can go to the entire playlist, which is in the comments, the end screen, and the description. That's right. The description for the Conference Whisper playlist is where the link to the entire playlist is. So at CES Conference Whispers, you'll see in the description the link to the playlist with 135 videos and over 14 hours of content. Now, right now, we're at 38 videos, 24 in the Conference Whisper playlist. The other 3 playlists are for upcoming Whisper reports. So if you notice on our channel, we also have Whisper reports, which have videos of interesting people in industry talking about their thoughts on the questions. Well, the 3 questions I'm working on at Black Hat are as follows. Question 1. What's the biggest cybersecurity myth in 2025? So if you happen to notice question 1 answers, they're working on that report. And yes, the videos are always public, but the playlist is unlisted. But like always, the link is in the description for the primary Conference Whispers video and all the related videos. Question 2, can AI defend against AI-powered attacks? And question number 3, what's the next SolarWinds-level breach waiting to happen? And yes, I do have a number of answers on all those. So those reports are going to be very interesting. But as I said, I am getting information, I am taking it in. But as an analyst, I am very disciplined. And anyone who works with me knows when I'm in input mode, I don't analyze. I specifically stop my brain from looking at the information and trying to jump to some conclusions. Now, there are some things you can't help because it's just so common, like Okay, people want to make sure the machine that people are calling or doing something from is the one they're assigned from corporate. I've heard that come around a few times. So that ought to be interesting. But there's a lot of interesting technologies. We spent a fair amount of time in the booths near the smaller startups that are heavily funded and coming onto the market, because it's always interesting to see what they're working on, and that's usually more indicative of what's going on exciting. Now, as I said, I got 24 videos so far in the Conference Whispers playlist, 38 videos so far at Black Hat. But we're here all day. But I am counting on you to watch, like, comment, start a conversation on the videos you like the most, so I will know what to talk about with Benjamin Rockwell this afternoon for Saturday's broadcast of Computer Talk Radio. Now, I had mentioned we have some surprises coming on. In about 7 minutes, I am meeting someone for an escort to get you somewhere that no one's been able to record. As you know, at conferences, there are a few standard videos we tend to get. Now, I got you Expo Hall, the backs of the heads opening up, because all we can get is the backs of heads to get and feel the energy. But this morning, right before 9:30, I'm getting an escort in to capture Black Hat USA 2025 Expo Hall. I'm going to be able to do a walkabout before it opens up, so you won't get the feel of the crowds or the people, but you'll get to see the booths and get an idea for what's here and who's here. So make sure you tell everyone. It should be online. I'm going to load it, as always, right away as soon as I finish. So I'm hoping it should be live by top of the hour, the latest. So be looking for that. In addition, I had the podcast booth from 10:30. I actually got it to 12:30, but another surprise came in. So I got some appointments beforehand. I have an opening at 11. There's a few people who might be coming. Hopefully we'll have some people stop by. If you're here, feel free to stop by, and when the booth opens up, if it's not someone I have an appointment with, or you can wait on the side until it opens up, until I have to run to my next appointment. And my next appointment is, are you ready? The Microsoft keynote. That's just after noon today on their threat detection and their security. So anyway, it's going to be fantastic. I got permission in writing from Microsoft so I can get the first 10 minutes of that session, and that will be coming on the channel. Remember, I need you to watch, like, and comment on what videos you like the most, so I know what to talk about. At 4 o'clock today, I'm going to be on with Benjamin Rockwell. We're recording the Computer Talk Radio Saturday's edition. I think we got a 10-minute segment, so it should be very good. Hopefully, y'all have been tuning in and showing Benjamin Rockwell the love as well, and we appreciate you. Make sure you do comment and give feedback on the various, I was just trying to see if there's any notes. It's harder for me to read because I don't have my glasses on. I tend not to wear them unless I'm reading really small things, but you know, it's exciting. So yes, we will be going in Expo Hall. I'll try to get a lot of the main hall. I got like 15, I think, minutes or so. I'll try to see as much as I can get. It's very big. Interestingly, the puppy grooming conference is no longer held concurrently with Black Hat, so those little nativities bowed up, ready to be hacked, are no longer here and available for all the security folk. For those that used to like them, I do miss the high maintenance poodles walking through, the hotel and such. That was kind of interesting, but yeah, no, Black Hat's been amazing. You will notice too is that we cover technology, but for those unfamiliar, there is a huge social scene at Black Hat. You go on the Evites, and there are private, and you have to get on the RSVP for whatever party you go to, but every restaurant and every bar in this casino is booked for private events the entire week. And so it's just, I know the people have got to be getting tired by now. I was working on the videos all night, but everybody else, they were going club hopping, pub crawling. So there's definitely a huge social scene as well as a huge knowledge scene. I think the founder had mentioned yesterday's keynote, he likes that 50-50 mix. But go ahead, enjoy the videos. I did get Miko's keynote yesterday. I got a little bit of the backs of the heads when they were walking into the Expo Hall. I was able to get a close-up. You'll notice once again with my food shot, I always try to let you know what it's like to be at the conference with the crowds, the Expo Hall, and the food, in addition to the sessions and the exhibitions. This time at the food hall, it had to be, of course, before and it opened up and anyone was in it. So they're very good food shots. They're the best food shots I've ever had. So that was fantastic. I hope you all appreciated them. We should get a number of more booths. And as I said, I have permission on Microsoft's keynote today. And we'll be going to Expo Hall. So I have about 3 minutes before I meet. And by the way, give a shout out to Stephanie's been amazing at Informa in helping me to get the shots so that I could bring you the coverage that you're used to. Remember, we cover a lot of conferences here in Vegas. I am a technology expert, as you're familiar. I think most people are familiar with my background. If not, look at the bio. I got like 6 degrees, including Waterloo PhD, achieved a minimum residency in SIMD data storage, and 9 patents. My last patent was from my sabbatical at Microsoft, where I was the platform architect for Azure itself, for the things that are coming out now, as well as all the industry clouds and all the government clouds around the world while we were expanding. But I'm an independent analyst, so to be clear, I own no stock in any company. I have no biases. That's important for being an independent analyst, so I wanted to make sure you know that. Now, what can you look forward to? Now, you've already seen some great conference content this year at CES for great tech of all sorts. We've brought you Manifest with supply chain and logistics. We brought you FinTech Meetup in the FinTech sector, Customer Connect Expo and call center. All right, so we've had HIMSS and healthcare tech. They're coming back again next year. NAB show for media and entertainment. Well, we got some more things on the horizon. HR tech is coming up. So for those of you like HR tech, and it'll be interesting because I know there's some crossover between customer tech and employee tech. Pack Expo is a favorite of mine. We covered Pack Expo back in 19, and I still remember one of the more interesting technologies, which some of the cyber folks might be able to appreciate, is they discovered that the barcode is fundamentally a fingerprint. And if you keep track of all the fingerprints officially leaving your factory, you can back check any fingerprint you get on a product and see if it's a valid fingerprint for a barcode that was produced in a valid factory. So for fraud prevention and detection. So that was last time at Pack Expo. And they also had a lot of automation. It was interesting, they had like a competition for pick and pack, and one person would set up like 10 machines, and one person had one robot that was adaptable and could do it on its own. I think it had a Siemens chip in it. So some very interesting content I expect at Pack Expo. Absolutely loved that event. And then of course we have, it's coming to Vegas this year, Mobile World Congress. I can't wait. I've actually only been to predecessors that have since been consumed by Mobile World Congress. I've never been to a formal Mobile World Congress, so I'm very excited about that. For those who are familiar, I was a strategist for AT&T representing the entire portfolio for the system integrator segment, so I know a lot about telco. Yes, I do have a ridiculously deep and wide background. I just love tech. I've never met a tech I couldn't figure out. Just give me a day. We'll get it. So I hope you love this stuff as much as I do. We're going to get you as much interesting cybersecurity information as I can get today. Hopefully you will appreciate it. Please engage in conversation and likes and such so I have some idea about what you want me to talk about on the radio show. And if you're feeling generous, I sure would appreciate it. I'm working very hard. There's a little heart sign with a dollar sign in. You can click on that puppy. And I understand it does really cool graphics, and they stay in the chat. It's like $1.99 for the bottom one. So hit that thanks, super thanks. If you're feeling grateful, I always feel grateful when you're feeling grateful, and I appreciate you. We can't be here unless you strongly support me, so please strongly support me and tell your friends to come. We will be covering Expo Hall. We're gonna head down for an appointment. So be looking for that video to drop. Be looking for the ones coming from the podcast booth. And we'll be getting some more Expo Hall along with the Microsoft keynote. Remember, 4 o'clock is when I record the radio show. So love, like, comment on your favorite videos. By all means, drop the thanks. We appreciate you. and enjoy. This is live at Black Hat TBW Advisors. And please do let me know if you appreciated the live streams. I hadn't done live streams at the conferences before, so if you like those, let me know. Also, if I ever mention a tech and you can't find the video, there's a community section on YouTube. I check, I post. As a matter of fact, if you go to the community section, you will see the next Industry Whispers is announced, where I will be interviewing Benjamin Rockwell from Computer Talk Radio. And guess what? You can ask a question, but you need to put the question in when you register. If you want to attend live, you can. No live questions though, but the answer will be in the video on the channel as well. So even if you can't attend on the 22nd at 10 a.m. Pacific, register, submit your questions, and we'll see if we can get it asked for them. So once again, this is Dr. Doreen Galli, Chief of Research at TBW Advisors, live at Black Hat. Remember, the answer is always in the whispers. Have an amazing day, and thanks so much for your support.